This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Welcome to the podcast. Kate's got the topic we're going to kick off with, which is dodgy housemate.
Yeah, roommate.
Roommates is fun with me. I normally don't share the room with them, but you share the house with them.
Isn't it an amazing time when you go out on your own and usually it's with a friend, so that's always good. But every now and then you are desperate. You need more people in the house just to pay the rent. But you just got to get people that you don't really know.
Living with strangers.
Have I told you that story about when I was in the shower with the pig? Have I told you that?
What? No, there's so many things I could say right now, but I'm not going to say any of it.
It was really full on. Like it was a big...
How much did it weigh?
70 to 80 kilos.
I don't believe that.
There's a lot we could say.
For a second.
You should never wash with a suckling pig.
But we're talking about dodgy roommates.
Yeah,
if you've had one, you'll really love this. Get involved. It's in the podcast.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
There's another eclipse going on over in the States at the moment that everyone is losing their minds over. It's the old Ring of Fire.
The Ring of Fire. The Ring of Fire.
So this is where the sun eclipsed the moon.
I was waiting for your explanation.
There's a ring of fire. It looks like
That's it.
because it's smaller than the other one. It looks like there's a ring of fire.
Doesn't the moon go in front of the sun?
Johnny Cash performs.
The sun goes behind the moon.
R.I.P. John.
I saw what was funny on social media too, Fitz, was just to see people going, hey, didn't take the advice on using the glasses. I've had a headache for 3 hours and a blind spot in my eyes.
It's crazy.
How do I fix it?
I love the Americans, and we get some amazing eclipses down here in Australia. The Americans fly over for it.
They're mad for it.
They are mad for it. And we spoke about this before. We've done this break before, but this is a reporter who was at an eclipse here in Australia, and he flew over from America. Have a look at how emotional he gets.
Oh, that is extraordinary.
Oh my God.
At that.
Looks like a prominence off the edge.
Yeah, prominence.
That is incredible. The whole thing is, we've got such little time, just try and take it all in. The sunset, the planets, the actual...
There's like a sparkle around.
Sorry, can you give me a minute? Wow, I'm lost for words.
Get a life.
That's a first.
You're a bit emotional.
Yeah. Oh my God. That is
That's disappointing.
the most incredible thing I've seen.
This was the one in Broome,
The most
wasn't it?
incredible thing I've seen.
Do you know what it was? They started to get emotional because they'd run out of words because that was it and there was nothing else to see, and they realised that it's boring.
How's this guy? This was before the Ring of Fire even started. This was a cross during the day before the eclipse. Have a listen to this guy.
We've been told people start sobbing. For some, it's just a life-changing event. And we may start doing that, too.
What is going on?
But I'll get my act together, guys. And I'll be back to you, I promise you. Guys, back to Chicago. Sorry about this.
I'm waiting for him to say, it's got nothing to do with the eclipse. Mum was hit by a car this morning.
It's an eclipse. My God.
I hope it blinded him.
It goes dark for a couple of minutes and then the sun comes back.
Do you know what, Tom? When are we going to do the first Nova eclipse?
Yeah,
because
Fitzy's full moon.
Fitzy's birthday.
The
full
most
moon.
incredible thing I've seen.
It's not. Well, you need to get a life and go overseas.
If you've been waiting to skip school holiday crowds for your next trip, now's your chance.
Take a sneaky weekender with whatif.com.
Just imagine all those empty beaches.
Book accommodation and more on the What If app.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
I want to talk dodgy roommate.
Who's moved in with you? I know your mum was around yesterday.
She was.
Has Heather shifted in?
No, Heather has not shifted in. I have lived with all of my family at some point over the years since moving out of home.
Oh, your younger sister Beck's a nightmare.
No, she's not. No, she's not a nightmare, and she certainly didn't wander around my house like you did when you popped in on Saturday afternoon. I forgot you went into the pantry as well, looking for the Bayside Diner milkshake.
Yeah, I wanted the milkshake.
Who was the most difficult to live with, Kate, out of the family?
Was your brother, wasn't it?
I love this stuff.
To answer that.
We need a headline in the Daily Mail tomorrow if you can.
Well, it was Annie.
Oh,
The dog.
poor Annie.
The dog.
Because it's costing me a fortune in underwear.
And socks. But your dad was a copper too, and he would come home, and if you guys weren't behaving, pepper spray, all of them.
Oh,
Well,
the
you know
kids.
what? And,
Yeah.
and we would say, Dad, we are so grateful you didn't use the taser.
Yeah, because that was on the weekend.
I'm so thankful. No, I want to talk dodgy roommates. I'm very lucky in that I haven't ever had to have a flatmate that I didn't know.
Yeah, right.
But you talk to people who have had to go, either they've moved interstate. Or, they've just got to find someone to live with, and they don't happen to have a friend that they could do it with. So they have to form a relationship with the person. It's like a complete...
Strangers.
A complete stranger. There's a story...
And share the bathroom.
Well, yeah, it sometimes, if it's like a two bedder, one bathroom, maybe one garage. I mean, who gets the garage?
I know, it's like a prison cell.
There's a woman who took to online to say that she's feeling incredibly helpless and scared living with her roommate because the roommate turns out to be the landlord as well.
Oh, no.
So I think there's a real imbalance of power in this household. So the landlord, who is a guy, he lives upstairs. He's got a couple of bedrooms and a bathroom, and she has rented the room downstairs with a bathroom as well. And I guess there are a lot of people in this situation where you can't just have the space you want anymore because rent is incredibly expensive and a lot of people have had to downsize. But because stuff's his and he doesn't want her to use it, he's like packing away the couch. You're not allowed to do this.
No.
She was trying to be really helpful by not putting away his dishes out of the dishwasher in case he found it a bit difficult to find where she'd put them. It's always tricky knowing where things go. And so she left them on the bench and he's come home and called her the most selfish flatmate in all of the world because she hasn't put anything away.
And by the way, 3-minute showers, please, if you could start your timer.
Well, I know. I had a friend once upon a time who lived with a girl who would just steal all her stuff. So it would be like it started out with cosmetics, and it wouldn't buy her own toothpaste or deodorant and things, and then it creeped into the wardrobe. So she'd go to find something that she wanted to wear.
She's just taken a blouse.
I don't know where my denim jacket's gone.
I mean, these are pretty. I don't think you're going too hard here, Kate, because I had a guy that he came and stayed with me. I played at a footy club, and I would say to any of the new recruits, I'd only just bought a house, and I said, I need people to come and rent with me to help me out pay the mortgage. So a guy come over from WA, and he came and lived in my house, and I was seeing a girl at the time, Kate.
Yes.
So she stayed at the house one weekend with me.
Okay, so she wasn't an official flatmate? She would come and go?
Yeah.
She would stay at the house.
Colour Rummel, yeah.
No, it wasn't Colour Rummel at all. And the week after, I woke up on the Sunday morning. She didn't stay at the house, but she was in my kitchen on Sunday morning. And I woke up and went into the kitchen, and it was because she was only there the week before. I thought she'd actually did stay over, and I'm going, wow, okay, you are here. And then she was all embarrassed and said, I'm so sorry. And then my housemate walked out of his room.
What? So your bed was uncomfortable, so she went and slept in the other bed?
She went and slept in the other bed with my housemate a week later.
But she didn't even know him. I don't get it.
No, she did know him.
Oh, she well and truly knew him, I think.
Got to know him now.
Oh, that's hard.
sad,
That is
isn't it?
heartbreaking.
That's really-
Actually, I've got to...
Did that happen to you?
No, it didn't happen to me. But I did have a girlfriend who had a flatmate. This is years ago. I think they lived in Double Bay somewhere. And she had a flatmate called Georgie, and she would call her flatty. But all Georgie was really nude. She was like a
Georgie
nude...
Parker?
No, yeah, Georgie Parker.
Yeah.
In fact, it was Emily Simons and Georgie Parker.
Oh, wow.
And Georgie was mad for the nude.
Yeah.
So, like, wouldn't Eve just like, can you please put some clothes on?
You're unpacking the dishwasher. Now, when you bend over...
I know, but that's heartbreaking. You don't want to come out to the lounge
No, you
room in the
don't.
morning
He
and
didn't
see.
last too long at the house or at the football club, that young fella. He had to go back to WA
It was
pretty
Tony
quickly.
Lockett, was it?
It was Bugger.
Tommy, you'd remember this house when I lived in Perth, and it was like a sunken 70s porn star bath.
yeah.
But the bath was also like the shower. It was like a bath shower. Anyway, I had no idea that the guys that I lived with were planning a spit roast the day after and it was a Friday afternoon.
What do you mean?
Like a spit roast, pig on the spit.
Great.
And I got home in a hurry to get dressed and go out. I jumped in the shower. There was a pig in the bath.
Oh my gosh! And how long did it take to cook you?
I thought you were going to say, how long did it take to get MDG out of it?
There was an 80-kilo pig in the bath.
80 kilos?
Yes.
You're making it up. You
I
don't.
am not
No, because if you do little suckling pigs, they are not 80 kilos.
Not a
That
little
is
suckling pig.
That is
this
ridiculous.
was a pig for 100 people.
That is.
And I had to shower. I had to lift the dead pig out of the 70s porn tub so I could have a little bit of a shower and get dressed and go out.
Wow.
I've got a great.
Why do you question all my stories? What have you got? Have you got a piggy story? Go on.
I've got a
Go on, piggy.
roast story.
Do you, mate?
Oh no! Do you want to tell it?
No, I'm not telling it now. I'll save it for my
You had an
Michael Fassbender podcast.
You had an apple in your mouth.
That is going to be an amazing podcast when you reveal how close you got to Michael Fassbender.
Fassbender spit roast story.
Alison in Narellan, you've got a roommate disaster.
Yeah. Happy birthday, by the way.
Oh, thanks, Alison.
You're welcome. I lived in Canberra at the time, and I travelled home to my parents for the weekend. And when I got back, she'd had a party of some sort, and two of her guests had actually slept in my bed without my permission.
Right.
But they went through my belongings, stole underwear, sleepwear, threw a dirty feminine hygiene product in my wardrobe.
What? Oh, my God. You should never do that with any sanitary products.
No, it was rather disgusting.
Used or unused?
There's nothing worse
It
than...
was well used.
Well, you shouldn't.
Oh, okay, Alison.
You should never, ever do anything like that.
Can't get much worse than that.
dispose
really,
of
can
correctly.
Get rid of them. I mean, they've got rights these
put
days.
them in the sanitary bin.
Yes,
No,
put them in the-
roommates I'm talking about. I mean, how do
sorry.
you get rid of roommates?
Do you know what happens to... Yeah.
Yeah, well said,
No.
mate.
I've censored myself then, and that doesn't happen often on the show.
For the 2 minutes before that.
Okay, back to Kate Ritchie's pig story.
No.
Have you got a piggy story?
Absolutely not.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I love talking about love, Fitz. I love, especially on a birthday day like today for you, mate. Congratulations.
It's the fourth time you've brought it up this morning. Let's leave
I'm
it.
so excited
I mean,
about
47's not a milestone.
Yes, it is. Tom, what time is the cake? Like, where are the sparklers?
7:45.
Lizzie, why haven't you done balloons? Jess, where are the
Come on.
streamers?
This
We've got to make this big. What do you want? Have we organised... Why didn't you organise John Mayer? It's his birthday. Why isn't he calling the show to... Just
such a
do
good-
something to
Yes,
make it special,
sorry.
Tom.
I already printed. I
What
said,
did you
"Happy
do?"
birthday, you mad dog," and I put it on Fitzy's computer screen with a picture of him when he was
Nude.
drafted to the Swans.
I did like that.
you?
That was
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah.
You
you're
know, get
welcome.
it on a T-shirt. Let's
No,
step
we don't
it up a
have
bit.
the budget.
Print the undies. I don't know. Do something. Let's move on to this celebration because there was a woman by the name of Megan. Now, Megan found herself 19 weeks pregnant, right? She's into her pregnancy, second trimester there for those playing along at home. And what happened was she came home one day. The hubby says, "Do you know what? It's great news we're having a baby. I never wanted to be a dad." She looked at the front door and saw his suitcase and the rest of his belongings. He took off. What? Heartbreak for Megan. Heartbreak. Baby on the way, he's gone. You know what Megan did? I ain't going to let that slow me down.
She found Harry.
No, not Megan and Harry.
Sorry.
No, completely different story. No
Okay.
Netflix deal.
No.
No 12-part doco. That's not what it is.
Yeah.
She got straight onto the dating apps. As a pregnant woman got onto the dating apps.
What?
And I think...
Is that a bit weird?
I don't know. But she said, "I'd love a man in my life to help me bring up this child and we can establish a family." She didn't give a stuff that old Steve had gone with his suitcase back of the ute out the door. He's gone.
I reckon she would have. He was the father.
Well, that's true. She did give a stuff, but it couldn't slow her down.
Yeah, but do you put that in your bio?
Yes, you did. Pregnant and looking to meet...
Pending mother.
Pending mother.
Yep.
Pregnant, looking to meet the man of my dreams.
Well, I don't know if you're swiping right for that, are you? It's. I mean, are you going on? Are you going on to Twitter looking for pregnant women?
You're suggesting it like it could be some sort of fantasy, maybe for some men, or I don't want to use the word
fetish.
Well, you said it, but it's your birthday, you're allowed. But some guys kind of like that thing, I believe. But I think she was just looking for an honest guy who was willing to be the father in a sense and play the dad role. 2 weeks in, finds a bloke.
Yeah.
They're in love.
Wow.
They're together.
This is a really nice story.
Well,
I don't know where you're going with it.
I don't have a plan of where I'm going with it. I just thought it was an amazing long shot. My mind went to what you were saying about imagine going out on your first date. Hey, nice to meet you. Whoa! You're having a baby.
Yeah.
This is exciting. It looks like the last guy may have left.
Well, at least she's declared it. As long as she's declared it and she's been honest in her bio and said, I am pregnant.
The friends of ours were talking about a friend who she had a one-night stand with the bloke she met on Tinder. Just one night, first night, they slept together, she got pregnant. He then did the bolt. Yeah. And so she just had a kid, but still wanted to find someone, and same sort of thing, just put it out there. She's like, I'm a young mum, single mum, the dad's gone, would love someone in my life. And there are guys out there who are good enough to step up to the plate.
It warms your heart.
That child, though, down the track will want to find its biological father.
Yeah, you don't tell him.
Jump back on the apps, I guess.
How do you track down a guy that mum swiped with?
Right. Just keep swiping, I guess. He'll be there. He'll still be there.
It would make more sense if you had a kid and you're a single dad as well, maybe.
Yeah.
Like she's played the long shot here and it's paid off.
Yeah.
I mean, it does help. I've seen some photos. She's very attractive. I'm not saying that's what it was, MJ. She's very...
The odds are coming in.
As it turns out, I understand why she would have got a couple of swipes.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
You want a dumb criminal story?
You've been hit by a dumb criminal.
This is a beauty over in the States. Kazia Shelton is her name, 20 years of age. She had a job interview, but she needed to get there. So what she did, she went to a local car dealership and she said, I really like the 2013 Kia Optima that you have over there. So the used car salesman took her over there. While he was there, he was saying that this isn't a police report afterwards. He was saying he was getting phone calls on his phone. And then they were hanging up. It happened 3 times. What they worked out afterwards, it was Kezia. So she was going, can you show me through the car? And as he's going through the car and that, she was ringing him just to make sure it was his number.
Okay.
So then she rang him again. She said she had to go to the toilet, rang him again and put on a different voice and said, can you please come to the front reception? There's someone here to see you. And he's like, what is going on here?
Yep.
I've got three prank calls and now I'm going to front reception. He said, you just stay here while I go to the front reception. He goes to the front reception. She takes the keys that he left in the car and she takes off with the car to drive to another state for a job interview as an exotic dancer.
Wow. That's just to show that exotic dancers can think beyond the pole. And I'm great that you've presented this story because there's some smarts there. It's a prank call, which we've done in the past, Fitz.
Yep.
It's a funny voice, distraction, car stolen.
When she was arrested, she didn't think that there was anything wrong. She said, I'm test driving the car. She said, I'm bringing it back.
Yeah, I've just taken it for a weekend.
I've just taken it for a couple of days and then I'll bring it back and I really like it. I'll buy it if you want.
You've driven interstate.
Very smart. Kezia, well done.
Did she get the job? Sorry, mate.
She did get the job as well.
Exotic dance. Oh, well, that's great.
Did she buy the car?
No, she didn't buy the car.
Didn't like it.
She's in jail now.
That'll do it.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Well, I had to go back to the ICC yesterday to get the South by Southwest accreditation.
Oh, yeah.
And I went past the IMAX Sydney. That's open.
Can't wait to take the kids to IMAX.
That looks unbelievable.
It's huge.
Blackus took his kids to go see Taylor Swift's Eras tour yesterday.
Yep.
Hungover from the Radio Awards, and he said everyone in the cinema gets up and sings at the top of their voice. Every song from the concert.
You need that with a headache, don't you?
Sherelle. Is it Sherelle?
Hello, Sherelle. No, Sherelle's on.
Sherelle. Yeah, Sherelle, you're on air. You're live.
Oh, sorry. My name's not Sherelle, it's Claire.
Ah, damn, Claire, welcome. What did you want to talk about? It was close. I mean, Sherelle and Claire sounds very similar.
I can see how you slipped up there.
Yeah.
Sorry
That's
about
my
that.
theory.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Claire. What did you want to talk about?
So yesterday I went to go see the Taylor Swift movie.
Yeah.
I think it was amazing.
What did you think? Is it just her in concert or what?
Yeah, it's the concert and it's like 3 hours of just back-to-back hits. It was amazing.
So, Claire, what's the audience like in the cinema? What do you do?
Oh, well, ours was a bit like mellow because we just went Gold Lounge because
Yep.
I needed space to just cry, you know?
Yeah.
You needed space to cry.
Yeah, because it was amazing.
So is there anything in between? Is it just the concert, Claire, or do you get a bit of dialogue from Taylor?
Oh, well, she likes to talk during the set, but other than that, it's just the song.
Yeah,
But
right.
I don't have time for anything else.
Is it her sort of acting like you're at the concert? So is it like her coming out going, hey, thanks so much for coming to see me perform. Stand up in your seats if you want to, but we're going to have a good time.
Well, it was just filmed at the concert.
Sherelle,
Oh, right.
Sherelle, get out of your seat.
No, she wouldn't say Sherelle because it's Claire.
Right.
So Claire,
She could
get
tell
out.
Sherelle. But
Hey, Claire, did you hear about over in the States, Taylor Swift actually rocked up to certain cinemas and no one knew? Yeah. She just rocked up and introduced the Eras movie.
Funny.
And then got out of
That's
there.
amazing.
What was that movie we went and saw that premiere, Tommy, and the person rocked up and they couldn't get out of there quick enough? It was their own movie.
It was Brad Pitt with World War Z.
World War Z, that's right.
And we spoke to him on the red carpet, Fitz, and then we went in there and he got up and he literally said, because this movie had been 7 years in the making, he said, well, you've been waiting long enough. I'm not going to keep you waiting any longer. That was it.
He basically mic dropped and he was out of there. Lena in Miranda, what did you want to talk about, Lena?
Fitzy, I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday, but also it's my daughter's birthday, Mariana. She's 11.
What's her name, Mariana?
Mariana.
Mariana, happy
Lena.
birthday. What have we got for Mariana on the list, Tommy?
Well, why don't we send it? Can we send it to the Jurassic World exhibition? Would the family would be keen for that, Lena?
Yeah, that would be great. Thank you.
No worries. The exhibition is open at Super Luna Pavilion, Sydney Olympic Park. Buy tickets now at JurassicWorldExhibition.com.au. They're all yours. Send her our love. Let's go to Mitch now in Penrith. What did you want to talk about, Mitch?
Yeah, morning, fellas. How you going?
Yeah, not bad, Mitch. What's going on in your world, buddy?
Not much. Got a question for you, Whip. I've just jumped back into the gym, mate, and I can't walk at the moment. I've broken my leg.
You've broken your leg? Mitch, can you...
A little bit of an exaggeration, but...
What, are the thighs a bit sore or what's happened?
Yeah, just me hemis, mate. They're a bit tight. I don't know what to do.
You're just going to have to be careful on it, Mitch. What I'll get you to do first, twice this week I'll need you to hit the pool. Unweighted, just pump out some freestyle and get the kicks moving. That's all I need from you at this stage, Mitch.
I could do that.
And then we're going to start on just the upper body. We'll keep moving and I'll get you into some reformer. In 2 weeks' time, we'll be back on the track, mate, doing stairs, okay?
That's all I ask, mate. Just an absolute win.
Yeah,
well
that's all
done,
right,
Mitch.
Mitch. You too can have a body like mine if you work hard enough.
All right, Claire.
I've got a picture of you on my wall. It's all good.
Oh, no.
Stick it on your fridge. It'll stop you eating, Mitch.
So well done, Mitch, Lena, Claire. You're all in the running for Kate's Sweet Seats. 2 tickets to go into the suite to watch Taylor Swift. And $10,000 cash. We'll give that away on Friday.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Let me sing that song. Yes, it is. MDG, is he playing today as he slides into the news booth? Don't be afraid, mate. You had a win last week,
Defending
mate.
champ.
Defending champ.
Yeah.
Saddles up again for song.
Oh, are you okay?
You know he doesn't. You know he doesn't have much.
No, he hasn't prepped, has
Let's
he?
get ready to song.
I did. You know why? Because during that song, he was so busy trying to put a photo of a very famous pop star in a provocative position as my screensaver on my phone, and he knows I can't change that stuff back.
It was funny.
That's just to give you an insight of what happens off air.
It's so child, like
Was
it's
it?
so
Did you see your
childish.
reaction when you saw it?
Well, it It shocked the life out of me. Usually I have a photo of my 9-year-old and the dog, and all of a sudden I'm looking upwards at
someone's
ex.
Okay.
You'll never come back from that one.
Oh, no way. You dumped me in when I get home tonight. Okay, here we go. Round one. The word is tonight.
Tonight's the night. Everything's gonna be all right.
Can you feel the love tonight?
Can you
Save tonight. Fight the break of dawn.
Yes.
Come tomorrow.
Save tonight.
Tonight's going to be a good night.
What's that from?
I got a feeling.
Tonight's gonna be a
good.
What a song.
Peas, yeah.
Tonight's gonna be.
Tonight's going to be a good night. Yeah, Black Eyed Peas.
Okay,
I got a
Thomas,
feeling.
Here we go, guys. Thank you, Jess, on the panel for a bit of an excess there. Here we go. All right, man. It might be a birthday, but we'll just get you to hold back on the sing. The word is bad.
Bad.
Michael Jackson.
Kate Ritchie.
Bad to the bone.
Bad to the bone.
Bad blood. Taylor Swift.
Yeah, Matt DeGroot.
Good or bad? There's bad in bad.
Bad girl.
Bad contribution from me this week. All the best, bud.
Bowed out early.
My bad romance, Lady Gaga.
There we go. See,
Bad
right
guy.
There.
Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
I knew there's a
Where
lot out
were
there.
you?
Mate, just stumped. Still hungover
Still
from the
hungover.
Acras, mate. You get it, or you wouldn't?
You went from
No,
Everest,
we wouldn't.
right? You went to the Everest, then to the Acras. It's just
I didn't realise
he
that,
was
MDG.
flying, and then there was another bald lookalike of MDG. Did you see that at the Acras?
There was a few there on the night. I mean, so many bald people.
Real celebration of the bald man.
Goodbye, MDG. The word is home.
Home by
Home and Away theme
Magnetic
song.
Zero.
No.
Magnetic Zeros?
Yes.
Yeah, Edward Sharp and the Magnetic Zeros.
Yes.
I'm not accepting home and away.
It's a song Michael Pajanic wrote it.
Yeah, can I hear the lyrics, please? Home and I'll give you that. Yeah, okay.
Feels Like Home by Qantas.
Yeah, feels like home to me.
Oh, you know the words.
Feels like home.
Hey.
Is that a song or just a...
Yep.
It is.
Good is a Qantas ad, by
I
the
know,
way.
it makes me want to hug my family and friends. You want to hug?
Just quickly as well, red
Feels
carpet
like
there on Saturday night.
to me.
Kate bumped into Troy Cassadalia, and we were going to get some stories from Troy on It Takes Two. You two were performing together. We'll have to
But
get
he was very busy because, of course, his lovely wife, Laurel Edwards, received the Hall of Fame award.
She was magnificent, Laurel. But yeah, Troy, we've got to get him on, Tom, to get some
I'm trying.
behind-the-scenes goss on the old It Takes
Why
Two.
do you keep playing this one? It's not my best.
We can't find your best.
Jackson. I did Jackson.
We move on. That's not one of the
you're
songs.
not even listening
No, I'm
to
not.
me.
3 of you are left. The word is fire.
Fire. Let's set fire to the
Yes,
Lorraine.
fire to Lorraine. Adele.
We didn't start
the fire. Billy Joel.
Fire. And Kings of Leon have got a fire song.
Sex is on fire.
Show her another one, Whip.
Sessions.
Show her another one.
I didn't look. I didn't even look.
Show
I
her
didn't
another
look.
one.
And also,
It's
my
Light My
eyes.
Fire, Ring of Fire.
My
You've got-
eyes are so
it's all
bad.
written down there for
I
you,
can't
Kate.
even see that.
What are you talking about?
I can't see that.
Man.
Just show her the next one.
I'm not showing her anything. And it burns, burns, burns. Ring of fire.
Well, they just had the Ring of Fire eclipse over in the States.
Oh, can we chat about that this hour?
Well, people
I
know.
listened to you guys at 6 o'clock, and you couldn't have been less complimentary about the eclipse.
Well, people cry over an eclipse. It lasts, 2 minutes? And people are crying?
Tommy had Indian last night. He's also got a ring of fire.
Try and keep your focus there.
Here we go. The word is shake.
Shake it off.
Bang. Kate Ritchie.
Shake, shake,
Shake,
Metro
shake.
Station.
Hello.
Yeah.
Great song.
Shake, shake, Metro Station, yes.
Shake.
Shake, shake,
Mate,
Shake what your mama gave you.
What's that,
Oh,
mate?
yeah.
no.
Oh, my milkshake.
No, that's milkshake.
That's milkshake.
But it's still
milkshake.
shake.
I'm out.
Is milkshake 2 words?
Yeah, it is one word.
It's one word,
word,
but it's still shake.
I'm sorry, Tom, you're gone.
Oh.
Could have gone with Outcast. Hey, shake it like a Polaroid picture. Mate, come on, Tom, you're better than that. Ring of fire. Don't do that, Ryan. It might be your birthday, but your dancing is off.
It's really
Here we go. One of my favourite songs here. The word is over.
Over the rainbow. Somewhere over the rainbow.
Over and Over by a band called Hot Chip.
Oh,
Great song.
mate, their version of that song is my favourite.
Over and over and over.
What on goes through to the next round?
Like a monkey.
The word is sick.
Sick,
Kate Ritchie,
Burn.
Ryan James.
Sick. You make me sick.
Sick. Anything on sick?
Sick to the stomach.
No, not a song. We move on. The word is adore.
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 Amy Shark. I mean, it's so basic.
Yep.
Adore. Adele has an Adore song, doesn't she?
I don't know, does she, mate?
There is a song called Adore by Turin Breaks, but that's Adore.
No, we're not after a door.
clever,
You got
though.
a door, you got a gym.
If
We're
Tommy
after
couldn't have
adore you.
milkshakes come to the
Adore
yard.
you. I adore you.
No, I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm out.
Kate Ritchie, you've got it.
Yes.
Kate Ritchie, right there with the door. Amy Shark.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Can we talk about obsession?
The fragrance? It's
No,
beautiful.
who does that?
Calvin Klein.
Oh, really? Have you worn it?
Obsession.
I think so. I think it was in a brown. It was a brown bottle.
Brown bottle, was
I
it?
tell you what,
Melissa George wore it.
Can you put up the ad for Obsession, Tom? There'd be
Really?
a deep voice in there. Obsession.
Obsession.
That would be
We should do a
amazing.
rerun of the fragrance we released, which was called Générique, which is
thought
French for generic.
You were saying a we.
No,
you
we.
was calling it we.
No,
A lot of
because you
people.
could boy, girl, cat, dog. You could put it anywhere.
There was a lot of skin reactions, unfortunately, and a lot
Yeah.
of rashes came up and blistering.
Lot of
But if we can sort that out, the fragrance was beautiful. Kate.
Very good as a toilet spray. Would knock any odour out of the air, like lighting a match. It was extremely powerful.
The best thing to do is always test it on animals.
Yes, which is a good idea.
What
So
they
we'll get Matt DeGroot.
they say. Oh,
Put it on him. Gee, I mean, at the radio awards, did you? I saw him in the bathroom just quickly, powdering down his forehead.
no, you did
He takes
not.
a Mac powder with him anywhere he goes. Let's move on. Some people, he does. Some people become obsessed with video games, sports. This doctor's talking about when a healthy passion crosses that line. It's the last thing you think about at night. It's the first thing you think about when you get up in the morning, and sometimes you drop all your social events just to be doing what that obsession is.
Well, there are worse things to be obsessed with.
Depends what you're obsessed with, though.
Well, I thought you were going to talk about you're obsessed with someone you've found on Facebook and they won't date you, but you're going to go and
that kind of
sit in the
obsession.
car out the front of their house for a while.
Or the drive-by.
Yeah, you don't mean that.
No, I mean, it could mean that.
You mean I'm training for the triathlon and
Yeah.
I'm going to win, and that is it.
The article goes on to say that obsessive people are often single people because, one, they don't have anything else to do, and secondly, you are spot on, Kate Ritchie. Some of them turn to health and fitness. And those running groups that you see, Lisa and I always comment when we see them around Centennial Park. Oh my God, group of singles going for a quick run.
Oh, you're so judgy.
Because they're so fit and they're so self-focused. There's they've crossed over to obsession. There's no other room in their life for any sort of commitment or relationship.
Yeah, but see, there's a level of ego there as well. That's why I don't think personal trainers can go out with personal trainers.
Could you imagine that?
I think personal trainers need to find someone who don't go to the gym, but allow them to go to the gym whenever they want. You know what I mean, Kate?
Oh, okay, yeah.
So they just
different interests,
yes,
but no competition.
Yes, you've got to allow me to be at the gym for 4 hours a day while you're at home.
I just don't find it particularly interesting when anyone... I mean, I like passionate people, but obsessed, if that's the only thing they want to talk to you about.
What is the last thing you look at before you go to sleep at night?
The ceiling for about 3 hours.
Just the tears coming down my face.
And then I check my phone about 4 times.
And then Wippa's image just flashes up. Oh, I want to see that in 4
over the bed
hours.
again.
He's there with flowers.
I'm in the pantry this time.
I think it needs to be varied.
I mean, social media.
And you know what? You might. You have to be interested in your partner's interests, for example. But if it's being shoved down your throat every day, and every time you sit down at the dinner table, they want to show you what their score is on Strava.
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
Or is it a score? I don't even know.
You guys have been critical of my celebration of health and fitness.
Just keep it to yourself.
What do you mean?
That's all we want.
It's motivating to share our personal achievements.
It's not.
96.6. So lost from down from 102. But when I'm sitting down at the table, I'm looking at everybody's meals.
Just the classic Whitfley joke, walking into a room and going, I didn't see you guys at the gym yesterday.
I thought
How long has he been doing that for?
So long. Years.
And also, I spoke to someone the other day, and apparently they must have heard you talking about your weight. And I don't know whether I should say this, but they said to me, if he reckons, what do you think you are at the moment?
96.6 this morning.
Okay. They said to me, if he thinks he's 96 kilos, he's joking.
Yes. And that was Ray Marr. Tell him he's bloody joking.
Flaming hell, the guy's fatter than that.
Oh, come on.
Oh, that is not fair, Kate Ritchie. 96.6.
Well done.
Thank you.
Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.